Hello everyone, this is EB the Sponge Reviewer here, and tonight I'm here to give you guys a brand new SpongeBob SquarePants review, and tonight I'm here to review the new episodes Abandoned Twits and Wallhalla, and I have to say that these episodes were actually pretty good. So in Abandoned Twits, in this episode, Mr. Krabs takes Squidward and SpongeBob out to Go Lagoon to build a ship for the Krusty Krab. And this episode was actually really fun, seeing SpongeBob and Squidward working together to build this ship. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring up some of the highlights of this episode that I really enjoyed. And the first highlight that I would like to bring up is the return of SpongeBob's original swimming trunks. Yes, I don't know why I thought that was worth bringing up, but they actually brought back SpongeBob's original blue swimming trunks that he wore in the earlier seasons. And I want to say that in season 5 or 6 is when they changed his swimming trunks to a red color. But in this episode, they actually brought back his original blue swimming trunks. And I do hope they keep it that way throughout the rest of the series if they try to bring back Goo Lagoon and SpongeBob is out wearing his swimming trunks. So that was actually one of the cool highlights of the episode. There was also some small cameos of other characters, like, for example, there's the eel from Walking Small, the Kraken from Wise Kraken from Camp Coral. He appears at the end of the episode. But yeah, overall, this episode was actually really fun, seeing SpongeBob and Squidward working together to build a ship for the Krusty Krab, and they actually take the ship out for a run, where SpongeBob and Squidward were delivering Krabby Patties on the ship. That was another fun highlight of the episode. And yeah, overall, this episode was pretty fun, and it was pretty good, in my opinion. So next we have is Wallhalla, and this episode was actually really interesting. It's because that this episode takes place inside the walls of SpongeBob's home, where he discovers that there's a hermit living in his walls, and he actually finds Gary in the walls of his house, and SpongeBob and Gary basically discovers the hermit, and they basically see what he's doing in there, and he's been living in those walls for many years, and there's actually a backstory to it in the episode. This episode was really fun. I actually really do like this concept of a hermit living in SpongeBob's walls, and then people say, oh, the show's running out of ideas. I'm like, This was actually a really unique idea for SpongeBob, of an idea of somebody living in SpongeBob's home, but is actually in the walls of his home. So there's actually a really funny subplot where the hermit basically explains to SpongeBob that the one thing that annoys him the most is the cackling laugh of the homeowner, and it turns out that SpongeBob was actually that problem. So there's actually this really intense climax of the episode where the hermit chases SpongeBob and Gary in the walls of his home, where Patrick comes in later and he basically investigates. So that's all I'm going to say about this episode, is that this was a pretty fun episode. Had lots of crazy antics and interesting characters, and yeah. So overall, Abandoned Twits and Wallhalla were some pretty decent episodes of Season 13 of SpongeBob. And yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed my review on these two brand new episodes. And there is going to be a new episode coming out next Friday, which is The Salty Sponge. And I am definitely going to be looking forward to this episode. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with that review.